Good morning. They're calling for like 2.5 inches of rain for us today. It's not supposed to be coming in for a little while, so I'm gonna get all of the animals out on pasture for a bit anyways and let them get some good grass in their bellies. And then when the rain starts getting bad, we're probably gonna bring them in early today because 2.5 inches of rain, that's a lot of rain. I think a lot of it's supposed to come later in the afternoon and overnight, so the animals will be able to be out on pasture for quite a while before we gotta worry about that. So it'll be interesting to see what this weather brings. Yesterday we got over a ½ inch of rain. A few days before that, we got like an inch and a half of rain. The inch of rain came down in like an hour, and the ½ inch of rain was overnight. And then prior to that, over the last 30 days, we've gotten 6.5 inches of rain. So, and it's all been coming at once, like just big downpours. So everything's soggy, wet. It's gonna be interesting to see what this I'm gonna call it 2.5 inches of rain is gonna bring us. It's calling for like 2.37. So it's gonna be a lot of rain. Hopefully we don't get washed out. Time's gonna tell. Good morning, piggies. You guys loving this pasture or what? You are, aren't you? Yeah. You might get a little wet later on today, but you'll survive. Just eat right out of the bucket there. I don't have any raw milk for him this morning. And Pumpkin wants to know where it is. I'm sorry, Pumpkin. I didn't bring you any milk. She's mad. Pumpkin's mad at me. She loves her milk. She usually sticks her nose in the jars I'm dumping it out. So she's not happy with me this morning. I'll have to bring him out some milk later. The storm has started. It's coming down pretty good. I just got an alert on my phone saying tornado watch from now until 9 p.m. tonight. This is the second time we've had a tornado watch this year. We've never had those before, so I'm hoping we don't get any high winds. That would not be good. All right, it's about 5 minutes too late to getting chores finished up before I got soaked. I couldn't bring you out there with me because electronics and this kind of rain don't mix. I got the rain gauge out, and not a redneck rain gauge, but a real one. So after the storm, we can see how much rain we're gonna get. I'm gonna just drip it off my glasses. It's soggy out there, to say the least. All the animals are fed. The ones that can go inside, that want to go inside, are inside. Miles, half and half, and Black Beauty are outside in the rain. They're loving it. The pigs, they can go in and out, but they're out right now. Animals, they're crazy. Me, I'm soaked through to my underwear. I'm gonna go inside, get changed. I'll either pick the camera up in the morning or something crazy happens. I hope in the morning. See you guys at some point. Good morning. It is the next morning. We got a ton of rain overnight. I haven't checked the rain gauge. I can't see it from here yet. We're gonna check that in a second. But we were getting a ton of flash flood warnings last night and tornado warnings last night on our phones. Crazy. I've been on Facebook this morning seeing the surrounding towns and how bad the flash flooding was. It was pretty crazy, so I'm not sure what we're gonna have. Up above, we'll go check out later. I am more concerned about down below. I rode in the creek to see if anything is washed out down there, and looks like we got a ton of rain, guys. Would you look at that? Holy moly. 6.5 inches. That is a lot of rain. I'll have to check out the sinkhole we started filling in. That might all got washed out. 6.5 inches of rain, that is crazy. When I came out here last night around 8:30, I had 1.5 inches of rain. So we've got 5 inches of rain from that time on. Whew. Knowing that we got 6.5 inches of rain, I am really curious to see what down below looks like. I don't really want to know, but we need to know. So let's head on down and see what it looks like. So far, the road looks good. We've done a ton of work on this road, and I put big stone in for this reason. So if we get a lot of rain, it runs off and it doesn't wash it off, if that makes sense. I can kind of see a little bit of the creek ahead. Creek is right there, and it looks like that is the water level. Holy moly. Wow, that's how high it was. Phew. What the heck? Don't go in there, guys. Look at this. Way up there. So usually there is like a 4-foot drop off here, and definitely up there. Wow, that is a lot of water. It'll be interesting to see. I don't want to, maybe interesting is not the best word, but it'll be, I want to say interesting, but interesting isn't the word. I don't know what I want to say. What those culverts look like when the water level goes down. So all right here, that is usually the pasture. But there's usually a 4-foot drop off before the brook. The road is washed out good from here to there. I can tell that already. There's really not much we can do. I mean, it's gonna come down. I'll have to get the drone out, but man, this is crazy. It could have been a lot worse. I'll have to get that fixed. No amount of culvert would take care of that. Getting 6.5 inches of rain in a short amount of time. I don't know. Wow. So that is the brook, which belongs just over there. These are all banks, and that is usually all field. So this is all remnants from Hurricane BERYL that came all the way from Texas, all the way up to the north here for us. One of the crazy parts is I was watching it on radar last night, and we just got the off part of the hard stuff. So anybody that is further north than us really got hit hard. So I don't even want to know what it's gonna look like for other areas, because this is bad, real bad, but not that bad compared to what other people got, I'm sure. So yeah, let's let that settle down before we can leave. I'll have to go up above later on, see what that looks like, and then see what the damage is once this all settles down. Whew. Crazy. We're gonna have to get some stone. Just looking and thinking, I don't think I want to raise that up anymore, like the level of it. I just want to keep it where it was, because that's a sacrificial part of the road that can get washed out. So if we get a massive rain like this, like, hey, if that part of the road gets washed out, no big deal. I mean, it sucks, but we can repair that. Where if we had it coming up and over where the culverts are and wash the culverts out, that would be terrible. So I think once this water goes down, we'll assess that damage better, but then we can kind of see, okay, just keep that grade level height there. So if we do get washes out, this is where it goes. And maybe I'll just put some big riprap stone in there first, and then I'll put 1.5 inches and then 3/4 stone on top, so that way we can kind of have something that'll take this kind of rain. I almost parked the vehicle on the other side of that last night because I knew if we were going to have an issue, this would probably be the area it was, just because this past spring we had a little issue there. Not that big of an issue, but man, once we can get out of here, we'll have to go assess and see what the areas look like. I'm really happy with how the road held up. Other than down there, the rest of the road, I am not seeing any washout. Let's go up to the barn and see how that area is looking. You good, Miles? You good, Miles? You high and dry? Yep, we looking. I'll be back later to feed you. The goats are in there with them too. They're good. The chickens look, I'm seeing moving chickens. I'm sure they got wet, but so far they're looking good. When we get over there to do chores, we'll check on them. Well, all down here looks good from what I can see. I can hear the pigs, so they must be good. So I'm liking everything so far. I can hear runoff running really bad up that way. I don't want to check on that stuff right now. We want to get the chores done, make sure all the animals are good. Brutus, everything's good and dry in here. How was it last night, Azalea? All right, let's go check on the pigs. I hear them. Brutus is not liking the sound of all the water running. He keeps running off and barking from that. I know the pigs are at least up and about because I can hear them over there. I actually think looks like they're doing really well. Good morning, piggies. We put you in a good spot, huh? That got washed out a wee bit. What do you say, pigs? Your feed dish is full of water. That's just from all the rain last night. Crazy. Look at all that rain. They love their eggs. Here, come over here, Pumpkin. Come on, Pumpkin. Ready? There you go. Want some grain? No! It's actually not looking bad down here. They're all fed. Gave them eggs. Pumpkin is not happy. I gave him eggs this morning, not raw milk. Pumpkin loves the raw milk. When I dump it out, she puts her nose right in the mason jar and starts drinking. So she's kind of mad there's no raw milk, but she'll get over it. Now we need to go check on the meat birds. Brutus is making his rounds and checking everybody, I guess. How's the sinkhole look, Brutus? So far, I am really happy with how the farm is holding up. Let's call this area the farm. Everything that we have done, drainage, runoff, is looking good. We have some ruts, but the pastures held up nice, very little stuff. The road that we did is good. That part down below is bad from the brook overflowing. All over here is looking good. I am surprised. Way up above, we'll have to go on and take a look up there and see, but that'll be in a different video. I'll put some pictures up of some other surrounding areas that got hit a lot harder than us. So we're counting our blessings, that's for sure. This bucket was empty yesterday afternoon. When I did chores, I used it to feed the turkeys. All right, so I left this bucket out and emptied to see how much rain we actually got. A rain gauge, to me, is kind of false a little bit because it's only got like an inch wide opening hole. So if the rain's not coming completely down straight or if it's blowing sideways, it's not going to catch it good. So I'm curious to see how much this bucket has in it. This bucket has 8.5 inches of rain. So 2 more inches in the rain gauge. I don't know if you can see in there. 8 3/4-ish. So that's a lot of rain. All right, I was just coming down here to put the drone up. It's been 3 hours since I was down here with you guys the first time. Then we went and did chores, and the water has receded quite a bit, not coming across the road. The banks are showing over here. Looks like the creek is back inside the banks over there for the most part. That part of the field is dry. I shouldn't say drying up, but there's no water in it. This part is a lot better. I'm just trying to wait before I put the drone up because it's raining out right now. It's starting to slow down. They are calling for more rain today, so that is not good. We don't need any more. I want to go out and survey the area and see how everybody else is doing. There's a lot of roads that are washed out, so we're trying to figure out how we can get to places and see what we can do. Man. Okay, we got a culvert there we're seeing. The other one over there is still good. I am happy to see the culverts are doing good because I've been seeing a lot of video clips of culverts on main roads completely washed out. I am glad those didn't wash out. I'm glad it just went over the road up here. And we can bring some fill in, some gravel, and we can fix this up. I mean, this is a couple of dump truck loads of gravel. It's an expense, but it is easy to repair that versus having to do new culverts. So I like that this is a lower spot in the road and that this can happen. I mean, I don't want it to happen, but I'd rather have this happen than a culvert blowout. So let's get the drone up. Let's try to get the drone up. It is raining out. And we'll see what we can see before the water goes down too much more. All right, so if you can see where all of the grass is like laying over, that's where the water was. So most of this area was flooded out at some point from the brook just coming up and over the banks and washing everything out. Wow, guys, wow. Water is powerful. This is just the remnants of BERYL. So anybody who had like the major pot of BERYL, I can't even imagine what kind of devastation you are dealing with. I'm counting our blessings, and we were lucky here. All we gotta do is bring in a few loads of gravel, fix that road up. Pastures are wet. All the animals are doing good. The majority of the road is awesome. I'm not seeing any washouts from the section from the barns down. We have this one washout, but it's still passable. Everything we've done here, we've kind of try to plan for rain. We can't plan for 6.5 inches of rain, but I try to plan for running water because we don't want stuff to wash away. So like trying to fill in the sinkhole, we haven't gone over there yet, but that's all to like figure out how to get the grass and everything to stay, the topsoil not to run off. And I mean, we had some issues, but getting 6.5 inches or 8.5 inches of rain, because that bucket's got 8.5 inches in it, you can only do so much. So I am really pleased with how the farm is holding up from it. We need to go up and check on the fields and the rest of the land. We're going to do that in a different video. So I'm going to count our blessings. We got hit hard, but we're doing good. The house is good. All of the buildings are good. Everything right around that are good. The animals are good. We didn't lose any. So it is starting to rain really good again. Not what we need at all. We need it to dry out. The worst part is this rain don't want to stop today. I need to fix a latch on our tilt deck trailer right here. I broke the handle off. I didn't have this side unlatched when I was getting the deck to go up, and I broke the handle off. So the hydraulics to raise this deck up are very strong. I have a new handle, so I just need to replace it. It's not a big fix at all. It's just 2 bolts and put a new one on. I gotta do it now in the rain. We might need this trailer to move some equipment around with all the flooding and washouts. I think we're gonna have to move some equipment, so I wanna make sure that this is in working order so we can do that. My guess is 13. And then I need a 13 right there. Just like that, the new one's on. That was an easy fix. Now the trailer is ready to go to work. All right, coming over to the area we were filling in the other day, it got washed out some, but it's really not that bad. Some water came down from here, washed it out over there a little bit. This berm helped quite a bit, and the berm stayed together. All in all, I'm not complaining what happened here. Yeah, it's a pain. We're gonna have to fix some stuff up, but man, we were blessed compared to a lot of people. This is all minor damage stuff we can fix, we can take care of. No big deal. That's the way I'm looking at it. So if you guys were in the wake of any of this damage, like this all got blown out. Wow. If you guys were in any of the wake of this stuff, our thoughts and prayers are with you as you recoup from all of it. So hope you guys are doing well. This is where we're going to end this video. We got to figure out a few things. Thanks for coming along on our homesteading journey. You guys are a huge blessing to us in our homestead. See you right back here in the next video. Bye.